Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back. I just got an inclination to do your reading, so I figure we'd do it. We have a new deck here as well. We'll start just like I did with the other readings with my new deck for you guys. So let's go ahead. Scorpio, what are the key messages, themes, ideas that you'd like to convey to Scorpio? Oh, Lord. You could be thinking about a commitment, by the way, or your beliefs as well, how you structured your life. Scorpio people in placements, please. Scorpio, please. Tell us about Scorpio. Oh. Huh. I don't know if that was meant to come out, but we'll leave it for now. Scorpio message. Oh, Lord. Take that as well, and any other messages. One more. Scorpio people in placements. Scorpio energy, please. Scorpio messages, key messages for Scorpio people in placements. Scorpio people in placements. Okay, we have the Great Serpent, and we have Resin here. So we'll go ahead and see if any of that is relevant. Let's go ahead and pull up first. There it is, 213. Okay, the androgyne. Creative transcendence, multiplicity, and the artist. The androgyne is a deeply revered image in alchemy, born of Hermes and Aphrodite. So there could be like a Venus or a Gemini influence here. Hermes rules is Mercury, and Aphrodite is Venus. Hermaphroditos has been classically depicted as a balanced union of divine masculine, the sun, and divine feminine, the moon. Yet today's alchemist knows the androgyne is far more nuanced than that. It encompasses the infinite spectrum and reveals itself in an ever-changing, non-binary form. The divine hermaphrodite defines definition as it is deeply personal, felt experience. Accessing this fluid and enlightened state requires us to slip into a contradictory realm of the senses. Breath by breath, we are drawn into our limbs, our fluids, our orifices, organs, and cells. We let go of rules and labels. Judgment is suspended. The gods are present, as are the creative mysteries of the underworld. For a brief moment, we hold all the complexities in one loving form. Like a newborn, we know not our name, gender, age, or location. You could also be talking to somebody about finances. We are known by the embodied artist, embraced unconditionally by sun and moon. So I think this is a call to last Friday's new moon in Cancer. Let's see. Sexuality without language, intimacy without sexuality. Interesting. You could have a deep connection with somebody, someone you enjoy having around. You guys could enjoy food together, or travel locally, like with a vehicle or books or anything like that. Make a list of your contradictions. Start with sometimes I'm blah and sometimes I'm blah. Keep writing quickly until you feel the inclusive power of this archetype awaken. Though an alchemical image of completion, the androgyne makes a beginner of all, regardless of gender and orientation and sexual preference. Allow yourself to know nothing today. So somebody here could also walk the line between feminine and masculine qualities, embody that more together. You know, they have some masculine qualities. If they're a woman, they have feminine qualities. If they're a man, let's go ahead and see Resin, which also came out. Let's find it first. There it is, 163. Holding, adhering, or surrounding resin is miraculous material that offers both stability and transparency. For centuries, sculptors and archivists have used it to capture an object in time and place, preserving it for observation and adoration. Envision a delicate insect or flower suspended in a paperweight. Such is the alchemical energy of resin. Its qualities are protective, sealing, and hardening. While this card appears, there is a holding that is occurring either literally or psychically. While well intended, someone might be limiting the one they wish to protect. Interesting. There may be an aspect of nostalgia at work in the laboratory, an unwillingness to let go or change. So somebody here could be possessive, overly possessive of the other partner, obviously. Or there could be a kind of coming together, a hardening of a manifestation that you want to have with somebody. Maybe you and this person are planning on how you guys can be successful long term as well, to last for forever, right? Just like resin does. Let's see. There may be an aspect of nostalgia at work, right? And unwillingness to let go or change. So do make sure that you are being able to embody yourself fully, because this is a great energy of like bringing structure to something, I would say. Oh, we have a card under that. What was it? Let's see. Synchronicity, Unus Mundus. We have like two snakes here in perfect spiral. So, and then we have the diamond in the center, right? So that looks to me like a union. And then we have these two like flamingos around a beautiful rose. Beautiful, beautiful. And then this one in resin, what's in the center of that? It's a flower. It's like an eyeball, but it's like a flower in the center, and it's like radiating golden and pink light. So those could be important colors as well. Let's see. On the other side, resin can indicate preservation of that which is most valued, a return to what's been lost. So maybe you're like strengthening your bond with somebody as well, working through things. The bond, yeah. The original forms of resin come from the boughs on the pine tree and the bee, and I do think Leo got the bee. So if you have any Leo placements or you're dealing with somebody like that, um, that would be a good reading to check out. Let your mind also Mercury in Leo, which just recently entered Leo, will be opposing Pluto. So there is this kind of dichotomy of balancing like Mercury with Pluto. So there's really deep thinking that's going to be coming about for I think Leos and Aquarius specifically, but you're ruled by Pluto. So it's kind of like a Scorpio Leo thing vibe. So let's see. This could be about your dating life as well. What makes you happy? Let your mind wander into metaphors of the pine, pitch, and propolis. Propolis. So propolis is very healthy. Maybe meditate. With its sap-like stickiness, the resin card affects the whole reading. It indicates the cards that appear are bonded together, and likely you're witnessing an old pairing or pattern. Interesting. Let's go ahead and see synchronicity. Two 15, yeah, okay. Definitely a Leo energy. Enjoying life, enjoying the summer. Operating from your heart, your joy. Source, destiny, and the miraculous message. The Unus Mundus is the presiding deity of alchemy. It arrives to remind us that we're not alone in our queries and our journey. What are we here to do? What pulls us forward? Unanswerable questions are timeless fuel for the flames of transformation. Mystics born before us have uttered the same questions while tinkering in their laboratory. Don't underestimate the brave act of your attention to the details of your daily life or the ecology of the world. What you notice matters, and you matter. When this card arrives, secret messages abound. Everything is a living symbol, a synchronicity. Its guidance is sent directly from the alchemists who have come before you to encourage you along the way. So definitely ancestors around you. See the deeper meaning of what is in front of you. In this very moment, the new eye opens. And it's funny because we have the talk of the eye, and then we have this resin looking eye thing over here. The miracle of conception. When Unus Mundus appears, something you can't yet see is taking shape. Something you can't yet see is taking shape. It will soon emerge to support you. So trust, breathe, the miracle awaits. Synchronicity is the way of the world of mysteries claims our attention. Synchronicity is the way the world of mysteries claims our attention. Something is sure to stick out to you. Today, a word, an image, a lyric, a memory, take note. Really cool. Uranus energy here. I believe we have a Uranus aspect today with Moon and Uranus like doing something I don't remember, but there's kind of like an unexpected like eureka moment that could have happened yesterday or today. Maybe like an understanding of how we can actually come together and build a structure in our relationships or whatever we desire. I am curious about the Great Serpent and Silver here, which also came out with you guys. So 137. Maybe whatever comes into your life will be really a good source of joy. Lunar, reflective, and chrome. Amidst the upper echelon status, silver shines eternally in second position. It is the lesser sibling, the one that is not quite there yet. A true alchemist does not resist this truth, but rather studies its subtle implications and its wisdom. Silver requires polishing, or the surface tarnishes over time. The mirrors require cleaning, and the image clouds and distorts. Whereas gold sustains its own malleable radiance. You know what I was hearing today about the moon, which silver can be associated with, is the fact that the moon is constantly growing. Like we can see evidence that the moon is growing, so it's not as strong of a dominating energy as the sun is. The sun is like extremely dominating, right? It's like Leo energy. It's like me, 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 and you can't see anything. The sun doesn't see any other planets, but when the moon is out, you can still see all the other planets. So the moon is really working with the other planets. in a collaborative way. That's why the moon can also be known as like the actual anchor of manifestation. And sometimes when the sun matches up with the moon, the sun's power is too dominating and strong, and so it's kind of like overshadowing a lot, or it's too sunny, too bright. But it's interesting because the moon is very vital here. So I just thought I would mention that in case it was important at all. So let's see. Silver asks for our participation. We must work at it. Don't give up now. Silver wants you to build relationships. Like the moon, a mirror, or a poem, let it reflect an image back. With an open heart and one more moment of willingness, the seemingly cold, stark surface of silver opens into the imaginal realm. What is there? I mean, the moon is really responsible for growth. It's associated with plants growing, growth cycles, things like that. Um, that's interesting. We know like too much sun can be like a desert, right? So maybe this is a metaphor saying that we need to put our egos aside when we enter relationships because the sun is kind of like ego, right? So silver is a mirror like cold and dense. How do these qualities affect the surrounding cards in the reading? Well, we see that density because the moon can represent like the structuring, the womb of creation, the mother of creation. So it's kind of like the structuring of boundaries for your manifestation. So maybe the more you tap into your own emotional side, your own mothering side, the better you'll be able to nurture this connection into reality. Silver is known as the metal of the moon, and the brain is known as the silver organ. Therefore, meditation is key to unlocking this metal's secrets. And I was getting a vibe I mentioned before this card came out about meditation for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and see the Great Serpent. Let's see. Great Serpent. Ouroboros. That's an interesting word. Ouroboros. I feel like I've heard it before. There it is, 179. Could be thinking about entering a relationship with a Sagittarius or Libra. Yeah, this could be a Libra or a partnership business contract coming into reality. We can see all the abundance in this card. We even have like, I don't know, that almost looked like a four-leaf clover to me. So I don't know. I think something good is happening. But let's read. The Ouroboros is an all-encompassing glyph of the alchemical process. So that's kind of like the conclusion, right? The circle, the cycle, the manifestation. The hungry snake bends itself around you in a gesture of protection and guardianship, giving you the space and safety to participate in the work. Anything and everything can be offered into its mouth for transformation. Good, bad, blasphemous, or precious, the materials of our life transmute into gems along the great serpent's spine. Along with woes, the Ouroboros engulfs every pair of opposites. So you're like matching, like you're coming, like maybe you and this other person, because you're opposites, it's actually a really strong partnership if you can come together because you'll be able to encompass the entire circle, all right? Because they'll have everything that is your weakness and you'll have all their weaknesses, right? It'll be a great balance. That could be also the relevance of Libra energy, which is represented by the scales. So let's see. What is masculine becomes feminine. What the sky becomes earth. What is past becomes future. When this card appears, you have entered the quantum realm where everything is a possibility. No one knows the limits of the Ouroboros. Just when you fell into thinking that life was straightening out, the snake takes you once again into its gaping mouth for an entirely new trajectory. The iris encircling the pupil. We did see a constant kind of theme of this eyeball thing going on. The card runs in tandem with the rotatio card. If both appear in one reading, you are certainly caught in a loop, perhaps even a hamster wheel that will take advanced effort to exit. I don't think so. Or maybe you're trying to not repeat past mistakes. Maybe like emotional mistakes or something. Note that the great serpent eats itself, not others. The work starts and ends with the alchemist themselves. Through the remembrance, the alchemist learns to be service to the world. So, I mean, that kind of states that. Let's get some tarot or some more messages. We'll just leave the cards like that, I think. Scorpio. Maybe you're going to see these synchronicities when you're in a vehicle or on a short journey, walking, doing daily chores, local community things. Maybe you need to prioritize your health. Make sure that I think you're the person who's going to be transforming your inner reality and then therefore manifesting your outer reality. You could be playing a different role or joining somebody in a new collaboration of some sort. Scorpio, messages for Scorpio. Scorpio people in placements. Scorpio, tell us about Scorpio people in placements, please. Scorpio. Victory, wow, okay. Especially if you pay attention to the synchronicities, they might guide you along the golden path. Scorpio, messages for Scorpio people in placements. New creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start. This could be like a fresh emotional start or a fresh way of relating to others. Something to do with the moon, or maybe there was a fresh start with that new moon in Cancer, which there always is. A new moon cycle is a fresh start. It's the seeds that we're planting to harvest later. Messages for Scorpio people and placements. This could be in relation to work matters, perhaps. Messages for Scorpio people and placements. Scorpio energy, please. Any last messages for Scorpio? Yeah, you could be successful because you get help from somebody, or you're guiding yourself, or you have help from the realms around you, the ancestors around you. So do be grateful, do venerate them, do honor them. Could be also helping yourself through somebody very smart, shrewd, resourceful. This kind of business savviness is going to really help you to come together with somebody or have a good relationship. This could also be about business matters, contracts. Oh, yeah, successfully overcoming a problem. So if anything was an issue, or you felt like there was a water that was kind of like the bridge was broken, it's definitely fixed. People seem to be wanting to work with you at this time. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Very nice, very nice. So the stars are on your side at this time. Scorpio people and placements. Scorpio energy, please, Scorpio. Yeah, good advice from a wise person. So maybe you're educating yourself, reaching out to gurus, mentors, thinking, pondering, books, Scorpio. Yeah, it looks like you really came within yourself to come to the ideas that you needed to fix this, Scorpio. This is deep shadow work, Scorpio. Lightning, yeah. So definitely controlling like anger, realizing where it's coming from, things like that. Let's see. I want to get some tarot for you guys. Which deck to use? Tell us about Scorpio people and placements, please. This is about give and take emotionally with somebody else, with other people. Maybe how much do you give of yourself emotionally, or do you not? I think your own strength and your own self-esteem is really allowing you to step into your power, allow you to control situations, relationships to your advantage. Maybe you're being less passionate, less geared into your immediate instincts, which is allowing you to strategize things better, or maybe keep things hidden that need to be kept hidden for your benefit. Scorpio's best advice. Best advice for Scorpio. Best advice, please, for Scorpio. My heart is free from all wounds of the past. So maybe you have the strength to overcome these things and then walk towards a new beginning, a new relationship, successfully overcoming issues. Messages for Scorpio. Scorpio. With every breath, I release the anxiety and fear within me. This could be about emotions or your real estate situation, an ability to improve from the deepest realms of your emotionality to how you experience your mother, your nurturing figure, to your own mothering techniques and every processing all of that, so you can come into a more powerful kind of a leadership role in regards to these things. Yeah, I love that. With that Cancer, yeah, we have that. Like maybe they're just saying there's like a new start in these areas as well. What is coming for Scorpio's future? What do you want Scorpion to know about their future, please? What is coming for Scorpio's future? The Lovers. This could be a relationship or a choice. Could be a Gemini as well. Messages for Scorpio's future. Yeah, this could be a water sign, Pisces, Leo. Sorry, well, Leo. I don't know why I said that. Maybe they have Leo placements, or they're a Leo, but Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is someone very caring. This person could be not so good with finances. What is coming in Scorpio's future, please? Or maybe you need to be careful of your finances, research these things, study them more. Then you'll be able to know how to nurture yourself and attract everything you desire. Let's see, best advice for Scorpio. Best advice for Scorpio, please. Best advice for Scorpio people and placements, please. Scorpio energy, please. Scorpio people and placements. Exercise to increase energy and manifestation abilities, going for a little walk, enjoying the sun, vitamin D. The key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels. So maybe you need to stay optimistic if you are trying to improve something in your finances. And the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun, meaningful activity so you look forward to exercising. Maybe go outside in nature, be inspired by something, go for a walk in a museum, or I don't know why I said museum. I meant to say art museum, but let's get you some best advice for Scorpio. Scorpio's best advice, please. Best advice for Scorpio people. Oh, wow, that one really just came out. Interesting. Let's go ahead and read that. Number 12, definitely a new start financially or in self-esteem, or food-related matters as well. Maybe a new assertiveness is needed in these areas. Facing your demons, acknowledging faults, or self-compassion. Within you live the hidden, the things that want nothing more than to swallow you whole. So when we do bring light to any of that, they can't really control us anymore because we can see clearly what it is, we understand it. yeah, maybe you're walking into a job that's more fun, or you should be, or you're looking for that, or something that taps more into your creative side, allows you to shine in a heartful way. Maybe something about give and take dynamics with other people as well. How much do you give versus how much do they give emotionally or otherwise? Your higher self chose this card because you have faults and have made mistakes. It's true, some mistakes are more costly than others, but no one lives a perfect life by any means. When you've made a misstep or when your faults put you in a sticky situation, defense mode can feel like a natural response. The wound from feeling less than is likely already triggered self-criticism, doubt, or even anger, and then to also to also bear the weight of someone else's disappointment, pain, anger, or criticism can feel like too much to carry. Before you know it, darkness has fallen and you're operating from a shadowy place rather than standing in your light and giving yourself some grace. Youthful darkness falls because you're experiencing your situation from a dark place. So you might have been scared about financial things as well, or maybe like you take out your emotions by eating or something like that. Every story, like maybe your own lack of self-esteem, puts you in situations that are bad for your emotional health and well-being, right? Because when you have self-esteem, you would attract somebody who is viewing you like prey, right? Because you look very vulnerable, and then people kind of use you and it makes you feel bad about yourself, and then you eat too much and etc. It's a cycle that starts from that foundational. You got to go upstream to find where the dead bodies are coming from, right? So every story has two sides, and it might be time to consider whether or not you also share blame in your current circumstances. This card does not guide you to view yourself in a negative light, so I think there's a sense that you need to mother yourself as well, but to act as a neutral bystander who is merely curious and observant, and that's an aspect of caring for yourself, right? How might you advise a friend who is experiencing similar circumstances? Would you guide them to calm down and take a few deep breaths, explain to them how they might be wrong in the situation, or even say sorry? You might find clarity and the answers needed from a positive resolution once you observe your circumstances from the outside rather than deep inside your shadow. Perhaps you will discover you were right all along, or maybe you'll be forced to acknowledge your own faults. Maybe you need to go on a walk in nature is the kind of vibe I'm getting, get that sun. As C.S. Lewis said, you can't go back and change your beginning, but you can start from where you are and change the ending. Nice. Cool, cool. I think you're learning about finances or shared finances with people, perhaps. Best advice for Scorpio. Yeah, somebody here might have been operating in a negative place or out of a negative place on accident, kind of not taking accountability for their own emotions. I mean, Scorpio is a fixed water sign. Water's emotions fixed can mean stubborn, so they can hold on to grudges for a long time, right? But that's not really going to help you manifest your desired reality if you're holding on to grudges. So let's see. A strong essence of malevolence summons me to roam the earth, so I rise out from the deepest mines to cross the mountains and just beyond for pure devilment. I mean, the energy that we are in also attracts entities of that spirit, of that same vibe, right? Stealing precious belongings like gold or jewelry and causing bad blood between others is just a bit of jiggery pokery, as is banging pots, pans, moving furnitures, and snatching away your bedclothes in the dead of night. When we don't face our demons, a lot of our psi energy, PSI, that's how, like, our psychic energy, I think it leaks from our aura because we're not like fortifying our aura. It's not a positive aura, so it'll leak out, and other entities that are looking for like a quick resource, because I mean they need electricity, and electromagnetic force, they will kind of gravitate towards that kind of leaking energy flow, right? Sorry. I just want to let you know that. I mean, Scorpio is associated with the occult in general, and when you realize your own energy and what you can do with it, you'll be able to do whatever you want, honestly. So, but that's about taking control of this kind of dark energy as well. However, when it comes to vicious intent, I am a vengeful force to be reckoned with, aligned with a vindictive maliciousness. Revenge seeks you out at this time, for spiteful arguments, hostility, and bitterness have birthed ill will, and a feeling of hatred has become an open invitation for evil ambition. Whether you are consumed with malice or are the target of hate crimes, conflicting thoughts, or volatile temperament is gobbling you up, my grotesque appearance reminds you to carefully consider your options. Don't let bitterness cause resentment. A grudge can be taken too far. Don't say something you'll regret. Protection is required against harmful thoughts. Forgive and forget. Put your boundaries in place and don't reveal your weakness. Keep thoughts and words kind, positive, and generous. Malevolent goblins possess demonic abilities and use their magic for harm. Remember that they are weaker on their own and tend to attack in numbers. Strength is bestowed upon anyone possessed under their power. Goblin magic is nonverbal when focusing power on pranks. That was page 59. Yeah. Okay. Definitely a new start emotionally for you or in your real estate. Okie dokie. Scorpio, tell us any other messages you need Scorpio people in placements to know or understand for their best success. Scorpio energy. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpio people. placements. Any messages you'd like Scorpio to know from this deck, please, Scorpio? Whoa. Okay. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. Don't let pride get in your way. Okay, there's some Leo energy right now. I mean, with all the Leo energy that's entering astrologically in the transits, people could be acting in a kind of selfish leadership. I'm the sun of the universe. Everything revolves around me. So do make sure that you're cognizant of that, at least at this time, at this moment. Let's get best advice for Scorpio. Best advice for Scorpio. What do you need them to do to be successful? We have King of Swords. Think things through from all perspectives. This is about establishing boundaries with people through your words. Precision, articulate, truthful, cautious designs and plans, and controlled but determined. Really thinking of things from a logical point of view. Express your creativity with compassionate emotion. So realize what you're being drawn to emotionally. What can you tap into emotionally? Where do you want to invest? Romantic, sensitive, and indolent, graceful, poetic, vain, moody, or idealistic Knight of Cups energy here. Interesting, interesting. Let's get you an animal oracle to close this out. Scorpio's best advice, please. Best advice for Scorpio people in placements. Best advice for Scorpio. Scorpio energy, please. Thank you. 16 in the reverse. Let's see. Okay, in the reverse. Sometimes a goal is so enticing and alluring that you lose your focus and footing in the pursuit. You begin to fixate on capturing this prize, whether it's an opportunity you always wanted, a relationship with an elusive someone, or the promise of that big break. Coyote Spirit warns you that this trickster energy seducing you now will yield nothing but disappointment and unnecessary heartache if you let yourself be fooled. Great Spirit wants the best for you, so when your plans go topsy-turvy, know that Coyote is present to protect and bless you. Listen to her gentle warning not to take the world too seriously or become too attached to the form and timing of your desire. Something better is beckoning. If you learn your lessons and lighten your heart, it will not be long before you see that crooked though the path might have been, you were on the right one all along. That's interesting. That's deep. Well, okay. Let's see any other messages. I feel like I'll pull an Egyptian for you guys. Scorpio. Scorpio. Any last messages for Scorpio? We have Death and Rebirth, Osiris, number 6. This is definitely about job-related matters and a renewal. So maybe a renewal in your job, or your money, or your ability to be happy, or your creative hobbies, or your dating, or a new business contract. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting reading. If you like this reading or you want to see more readings or get an extended, please get some interaction on this video. I'd appreciate it. It really motivates me. Hit like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. And if you want to leave a tip, you can hit the Buy Me a Coffee link. Thanks. Take care.